Aloha and welcome. Wow, it's been a bit. I'm your host, Savy, the founder of Give Me a Break. And Give Me a Break, we're an all-volunteer nonprofit organization that's caring for caregivers, and we're here to bring back the joy of caregiving. We want each caregiver to survive. Right. And you guys know I talked about the statistic of, gosh, it's been 5 years now, going on our 6th year. But I tell you all the time, 50% of caregivers will pass before the ones they're caring for. Well, guess what? Speaking of surviving and speaking of the impact that we're making on the world, I just recently updated that statistic. And guess what? We have gained 10% of our caregivers. It is now 40% of caregivers will pass before the ones that they're caring for. We've made a 10% impact just in the United States alone. With 63 million caregivers, take 10% of that, we saved those lives. You, the resources, everyone in this community that is caring for caregivers, we are making a difference, and it's friggin' awesome. I'm so excited. And that's what we do for. That's the passion mission. Oops, sorry about that. And there you go. Sorry. I always put it on silent. Well, welcome to my life. All right. So with that, we are saving lives. This is an awesome thing. I'm so glad we're able to do that. And, if you want more information, just go to our website, gab808.org. Because you know what, caregivers, we are surviving, but it's still hard, and we're still exhausted, and we're still tired, and we're all caregivers just like you. You still caregive on a daily basis. So we offer you a break, and Give Me a Break right now. The one break that we can offer to every single person out there happens every week at 8 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And that is our support sessions. So you can come on, and it's all on Zoom, super easy. Pull up your Zoom app on your phone, pull it up on your laptop, pull it up on your iPad, whatever, and just type in the meeting ID 808-754-3787, and bam, you're there. So if you can make it Hawaii Standard Time, 8 p.m., check and see what that is in your area. If you're here in Hawaii, no excuses. Put everyone to bed, put your carrier to bed, and join us every week. And we're here for you. Our support sessions are not just your safe space. They're educational. We're finishing up a series education that's all about finding joy. And last night we talked about finding joy in connection and community. So that means connecting to yourself. So before you can connect to a community, you have to first reconnect you to you. And that's what we've been talking about. So join us. It's really interesting, and it's a positive, safe space just for you. All righty. And that's every Tuesday night, again, right on Zoom. Okay, you need more information, go to gab808.org. So easy to remember, right? Give me a break. Easy to remember, right? You need one. Take the first letters, G-A-B, then type in Hawaii, 808. gab808.org, and there you are. And we're here for you, and we're here every week. So with that, I would like to welcome my wonderful co-host for this first episode of the season 17. Welcome to Lani Almanza, the COO of Give Me a Break, and the founder and owner of her own wellness company, Alakai Associates. Also a published author, with her book Under a Full Moon and a Guiding Star, and the editor, of course, of Giver's Guides. Whew. And to my amazing sister from another Mr. Aloha, Lani. Hi, welcome.
Hey. Well, thank you. I just want to make sure you all can hear me okay.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, great. And I can't believe this is 17 seasons.
I know.
Like 3 years of doing this, or is it 4?
4. We're going on our 5th now.
Yeah. Year, yeah. And connecting caregivers to caregivers, caregivers to resources. And I just wanted to say that research shows that strong social connections are just as important as exercise for our overall health, and that a deep connection with another person can elevate your mood. It can lower your blood pressure, and even reduce your mortality. Like we said, that statistic has been coming down.
Yes.
So
Yay.
that's why we're here, why we continue to show up and share.
And it's funny because we were just talking about that last night in our support session, and connecting with yourself and connecting with community, and exactly verbatim what you were just saying in that quote, that it does. And it really, really allows you to live longer. It reduces your blood pressure. I mean, I know that sometimes caregiving can get really isolated, and I've been there. I've been in the dark place. We all have, that, God, I just want to die space, and you have so much wonderful things to live for. And boy, talk about boosting up the mood today. Wait till we get on with the show. I'm really excited. But the Caregiver Show is really how Gimme a Break gets you connected. That's how we connect you to resources. And of course, not just through the show and not just through all of our outreach that we do, but also the Giver's Guides. And our Giver's Guides magazine is written exclusively for caregivers, by caregivers, and from a caregiver's point of view, right?
Yeah. And for me, having been the editor and contributing writer to this magazine for the last 4 years, it not only is a passion and a mission for me to write for it, but it also every month reminds me of my own caregiving journey, and actually multiple caregiving journeys, and how we continue to evolve through each one of those journeys. And having something like this, like the Giver's Guide magazine, is really a very strong support for whatever stage or part of your journey that you're in. And again, connects you with others that are going through it or have gone through it. To know that you're not alone, you're not in isolation, and where to connect. Like sometimes when you're in that dark space, you don't know who to connect with or how to connect. And this is one of the ways that you can do that.
Yeah. And so here's a little sneaky peeky, right? We get it, and it is a sneaky peeky because not all of it's showing, but that's our front cover, as well as some of the articles that we're featuring this month in our magazine. And there's some really great articles in there. It's really funny. We were just talking to, we were just having our board meeting, and we were just talking, one of the board members was saying that she loves that it's online because she could be sitting at the airport and pull it up on her phone, and she loves reading the articles. And that's what the whole point of Giver's Guides being an online magazine is all about, not just lessening our carbon footprint, but being able to share that anywhere for the caregiver who's already carrying an adult diaper bag and probably toting a backpack, or a parent carrying a kid. Now your phone's with you. So you just look on your phone and you can see it. And it's a flip book. So you're flipping through this magazine and you're able to read things that will help you to practice, especially this month, self-love. Because you know what it is? It is actually Self-Love Month. It is a National Self-Love Month. And because you caregivers are at high risk, boy, this is a month for you. We want you to know that you are worthy, you deserve love, and you deserve to love yourself. So there are some great articles for you to read, but also it's awareness that we create. And, anyone can get this magazine. Anyone can get to read our Giver's Guides magazine. Simply a $25 donation gets you 12 issues. That's our gift to you. You make a donation, you help support the work that we do, bring that percentage even lower, and we give you 12 issues, 12 monthly issues to keep you going. And all of those guides and all of those activities and articles help you to bring back the joy of caregiving.
Yeah. And one other thing that I just thought of was that because it's an online magazine and is archived on our website, it's not just this month. You can go back to last year or the year before, and the relevance of the articles and the information that's in this magazine really are timely, last the test of time.
Yeah.
That it's relevant to, again, every stage of our caregiving journey, from beginning to end and back again.
Yeah, and we've shared some of our own personal stories in there, and so you kind of get to know us as well. And it's not easy to do that, but we have, and it's helped a lot of caregivers. So that's a great idea. Yeah, I loved your pizza article too. That's one of my favorites. So go look for Lonnie's pizza article, and you can see back issues. But yeah, there's a lot, and 5 years of doing Givers Guides. There's a lot of issues to look at, and a lot of articles that can help you to just get strong all in one place. Whew. Okay. So kicking off season 17, and we're going to do it with a lot of laughter, not just my bad jokes. Trust me. As Lonnie really laughs hard at that. This season is the beginning of in every show at the beginning this season, we will be doing, as we always do, our mindful moments. But this season, oh my goodness, we are truly honored to welcome a social media viral sensation with hundreds of thousands of followers herself. But she's a world-renowned laughter leader and an award-winning empowerment coach. And, since I've met her, just a really special person. And she's here to bring you joy and keep you laughing. So please welcome Bianca Spears. Aloha and welcome, Bianca.
Aloha. Hi, Lonnie and Savy. Thank you so much for having me. And thanks for that beautiful introduction.
Oh, well, you sent it to me, right? I had to do it verbatim. No, I'm kidding. Of course. I meant every word of it. I've just been so touched by you. And I don't know. I think that, I always believe that the universe sends us who we need and who's to be in our lives for a reason. And I really felt like you're here for a reason. You're going to have such an impact on our caregivers. So share with us your caregiving story.
So I guess in the last couple of years, my caregiving story has changed a lot with the decline of my grandparents, particularly my grandpa. So he had dementia and also, in the end, motor neurone disease, which was undiagnosed till the last few months of his life, really. My grandma went into a nursing home early 2024, and that left grandpa at home with dementia on his own. All of our family lives interstate, but he wanted to stay close to grandma, and he wanted to live and die in his house, and he had his dogs and all the things. So the last couple of years flying interstate back and forth, taking care of everything from his finances to, carers to come into to give him medication and gardeners, and organizing all of the logistics from afar, and then going and spending time there, which took me away from my other caregiving role of I'm a mom of a boy who's 7 years old, my son Julian. I've just dropped him to school, hence why I'm in the car.
A true sandwich caregiver.
So, it was really difficult. And I think one of the reasons I stepped into the role, a lot of people are like, oh, but it's your grandpa. Why didn't your mom or your dad or someone else do it? Grandpa wanted to live on his own independently, and his freedom is such a huge value for me. And that was really what I was fighting for. And I mean, the grief, he passed at the end of last year, late October. And the grief for me was not after he died. I realized that the grief was actually before, with every single little change, every time he had to give something up because medically they wanted to take his license away because he was unsafe on the roads. Every time he couldn't do something physically because his brain and his body were shutting down. It was just heartbreaking to be by his side through all of that. And I did feel immense relief that he could be free of that when he passed. Yeah. And relief for me as well, because I was like, wow, that was a lot. Like I knew I was on every day. I knew that I was stressed, but I didn't realize how much until after that responsibility had lifted.
Yeah. It's like that with my mom too, with her dementia. I always say that it was like watching someone you love disappear slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same here. Same here. And that feeling of relief for me, it was like the big exhale.
Yeah.
And then a big inhale. It's like I'd been holding my breath
The
as
whole
we
time.
did that journey, and the exhale, and then I was like, I breathe again.
Yeah.
Mm.
So is that what moved you to bring laughter into the world?
What moved me to bring laughter into the world was actually adults being so serious. When I discovered
That's before you
when
met
I
me?
discovered I discovered laughter yoga in 2008 or 2009. It was a workplace session. I was in my early 20s. I was in corporate and I was working in radio. Like, it was a fun enough place to work, but I was still like, adults are so serious. Like, this is what the world needs. So I signed up then to train in laughter yoga. I didn't actually manage to do it till some years later. And then when I was starting my coaching business, I was showing up a lot more on social media. And I thought, you know what? Like, there's a couple of old dudes rocking around YouTube doing laughter videos, and that's it. There's no young energy. There's no female energy. Why don't I do some laughter sessions on YouTube?
I think you'd have me laughing at old dudes. I love it. Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
So, yeah, I put some laughter videos up, and it's just really been amazing what can happen. And if you run any kind of business, get on YouTube, because it's just profound how much it'll continue to put you in front of the right people, like Savy. Like,
there you go.
I feel like that's probably how you found me, right?
It is. And I just stumbled on it. And you know what I was trying to do was find a way to play a video for the support session that we do weekly. You know, I was talking about that earlier. And I like to bring in different things for them to experience. And sometimes if you tell them, here's the link, go check it out, they won't. So I will share screen and actually force them to go into to do a meditation or to do it. And so I know. And so when I played yours, they were it was just the laughter and the happiness that it brought. And I said, that's it. I have to try and get a hold of this person. And the fact that you responded right away, for me, really, it's a meant to be. And, I really want our audience to experience that. So we could probably talk forever, but we'll definitely talk before every show. I want to turn it over to you. And I know you're going to share with us a mindful moment of laughter, right?
Yeah. So today we're just going to start with some breathing, humming, and laughing, because that's a nice way to ease in, especially if you've never laughed intentionally before. So I'm not here to make you laugh. We're going to choose and allow laughter, which is as simple as breathing in and out. But we won't even make it that hard to start with. So first, we're going to focus on breathing in through our noses and just dropping the breath as you inhale and exhale. Drop your breath down a little deeper into your body. Tune your attention into the way that your body's moving. See if you can slow your breath, maybe even extend your exhale a little. When we can exhale longer than we inhale, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system response. All of that is to say we activate calm in our system. So on your next exhale, we're going to hum out. So nice deep breath in. Breathing in and humming out. You might notice the vibration in your lips. You might feel it if you've got a hand to your chest the way I have. You might even like to close your eyes into it. One more like this. Bring a little smile to your face if you don't have one there already. And just notice how you're feeling. If anything's changed or calmed or slowed in your body since we started. Now we're going to break up the hum a little. So with our mouths closed, we're going to introduce a little laughter. So first we're going to break the hum in 2, like this. And then we'll do 3, and then we'll do 4. We'll see how we go. Breathing in. Breathing in. And opening up. Nice and slow in through the nose. And sighing it out. Little giggle on our last one. And just take a moment, maybe close your eyes and just notice how you are feeling. And given this short exercise we've just done, some nice slow breathing, some humming, some laughter. We've activated calm within our systems. And when we laugh, our body reduces stress chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline, and it starts to increase the production of feel-good chemicals in our system as well. Things like endorphins, known as the happy hormone, oxytocin, known as the love hormone, dopamine, which is known as the reward chemical, and serotonin, which among other things is a mood stabilizer. So you can use these little mini moments, little breaks to take that space as you need. And you can visit my YouTube, or you can look for an app called Laughly, Laughly, to have some little moments of laughter in your day.
Amazing. Amazing. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's just the sort of a reset of, I've been on Zoom calls all morning, and so it was just like, just new energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel just pure joy running through my body. It's just, I can't wait. I can't wait to share with all of our caregivers what you're going to do next week, Bianca. I just love it. Thank you so much. And I didn't put it in the there, but if anyone needs to, you know how to get a hold of me. Just comment on whatever platform you're watching on that you wanted that app she talked about, which is Laughly. And I've checked it out. It's really fun. But boy, we like you better. So you can check out Bianca's YouTube page. Just go to YouTube/Bianca Spears. And if you have a hard time remembering, just remember she's not Brittany. She's Bianca Spears, okay? And that's a reason to laugh and smile. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and I can't wait till next week.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful.
See you next
Aloha.
week, everyone.
All right.
Aloha.
I love that. Wow, that was so awesome.
That was awesome. I can just, you could feel it. Like, especially if you had your hand on your chest, I could feel the vibrations coming.
Yes.
And then just the way that she structured it to that slow build up. And
Yes.
I mean, it's just,
Isn't
it was
that
amazing.
great? I loved
It's
it. And
amazing.
I felt, you feel so much of it. You feel that resonating in your body. I just really love that.
She made it really easy. She made it really easy because
I know.
I've done other laugh things where
Yes.
it seems so forced. And
Yes.
this one just felt so natural.
Natural. I love that. And yes, and I love her. And you know, it's amazing. She's, by the way, I didn't get an opportunity to say this, but she's calling in from Australia.
Yeah.
So, you know, here we are connecting the world in so many ways, and doing it with laughter is even better. You know, and this year we're really focused on awareness for caregivers and a worldwide connection of community, and just letting everyone know that we are here. You know, and I talk about my favorite Dr. Seuss story all the time of Horton Hears the Who, and how the little Who's on the dandelion had to scream, we are here, for people to realize that. And I just feel that's caregivers, right? We need to scream at the top of our lungs that we are here. And I think it's important that we connect with all the people around the world that are doing this. And our guest today is all about that. She's the host of Voices of Change. And this podcast video series is where the Hawaii State Federal Credit Union educates viewers, builds connections, deepens relationships in the community. So please welcome our next guest, our first guest today, and from Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. And this is Bunny Tanaka. Aloha, Bunny. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me, Savy.
Yes,
Hi, Lonnie.
Bunny is the community impact manager with the credit union. It's wonderful to have you. Aloha.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So please
So
share with us your caregiving story.
Okay, well, first, I just have to say that Lonnie was amazing, because that was a great warm up for me to laugh and just be in such a wonderful space with amazing women. And, you know, I just want to party with you guys all day. So
anytime.
Okay. So I would like to share what drew me to Savy and to this whole topic of caregivers, which I never really paid attention to. And I believe one of our business development officers met you, Savy, and then she just told me, you know what, you have to meet Savy. She's amazing. She does this support for caregiving. And so my world opened up into how we could connect and what could we do together. So I want to share that with Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. You think, oh, a credit union, what do they do, you know, in terms of community? Because community is so broad. And even for us, we had to narrow it down to what are we going to focus on? What are our impact areas? Where's our North Star? Because everybody's like, you should support animals, you should support children, you should support the beach. You know, it could be anything, right, Savy?
Yeah.
So what we did was we did a survey to our members, and we had them pick the social impact areas that they felt were important. And they came up with about 6. And then we took those 6 and we had our employees vote. And so it narrowed it down to the top 3 of our impact areas, which are basic necessities, which is food, clothing, shelter, and kupuna. And so this is where we connect on the kupuna part, and financial literacy. So financial literacy will always be a part of us because we're a credit union, but I love that we were able to focus our efforts and open wide about learning about kupuna. So that survey taught us a lot. It's for 3 years. We will do it again and we'll see where we land. But it's the voices of people, you know, our members and our employees. It's not just me like throwing a dart to say, oh, what do we want to do and how do we do it? The how came after. And it's through partnerships like with you, Savy and Lonnie, to say, we got to learn.
Yeah.
And we got to learn what your area is. So when I think about the caregivers, I think of our position being, it may not be a direct hit, but it's supporting the organizations that support the kupuna and can give a break to the caregivers.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny,
not
not to interrupt you real quick, but I want to make sure too that our audience understands, and we just learned this morning, but kupuna, so we talk about our seniors. And so the Hawaiian word for those who are the elders in our community and the seniors in our community is kupuna. And that statistic did not change. So it is still that those who are 70 and older in our caregivers are at 70% risk of passing before the ones they're caring for. So it's a scary statistic, right? And
It's
we
a
need
a vulnerable population.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that, because I thought, ooh, this is for the world, right? So yes. Now you all learned the Hawaiian word, kupuna.
Yes.
For our seniors.
Yeah.
But I want to bring to light what's happening in Hawaii. And, we talk about the brain drain happening. Even my 2 young adult kids are off on the continent, East and West Coast. They went to school there, and their industries are we don't have what they do here in Hawaii. So there goes my 2 babies, right? And so a lot of other young people have left Hawaii, and they're on the continent. And then remember the old style Savvy, where it's like, oh, but we take care of our parents and our grandparents. So that whole cycle of caring for our seniors or kupuna, it's like breaking,
it's falling apart.
right? Yeah. And so who takes care of them, and we're hoping like there's services out there, which we've learned a lot about, but there's not enough. And then you see a lot of, I don't want to be a downer, but you see a lot of kupuna or seniors homeless.
Yes.
And so it's really changed, right, since when we grew up.
Right.
And so we partner with people like in Hawaii, Lanakila Pacific. We do Hawaii Meals on Wheels. There's a organization called Kupuna Collective. And I can go on and on, but I'm like, okay, that's who we can stand behind, because they are doing amazing services for the kupuna, who then can give a break to you.
And this is one of the reasons why I really wanted you to come on, because I want people to understand this. The last thing they would think is, but why are you having, a credit union on your show? Well, because we talk about community all the time, and the things that you're not just a place like a bank, you're an entire community. You guys connect in so many ways. And it was Kathy Higa, right, that introduced us. And she's amazing. She runs around like at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and she just touches so many people. And you guys get out in the community so much to help people, and really the pulse that you have on what's going on there, and knowing that, I think, can change people's opinion, because you're not just a financial institution. You're one that cares enough now to not only invest in the community, but to invest now in this podcast, Voices of Change, which I think is amazing, in that you bring on all of these different people that are making a difference in our community, right?
Yeah, thank you so much, Savy. While you're on that, Savy is one of my guests. She is season 2, and I think she's episode number 4. So you guys mark your calendar. It's coming out on March 19th. And so Savy will be on it. But you did an amazing job, because it's bringing to light that we are looking out for the community, like you said. And I want to just share that when you did meet Kathy Higa, she is a caregiver, right? Remember that?
Yes.
And she's juggling, like, meeting everybody in the community, drumming up.
And she's a caregiver, yes.
And she's like, wait, I got to go feed my dad dinner. Oh, and, I'm going to go and take him to the doctor, but between appointments, and just like what all of you do. So how can we help? We can definitely stand behind you folks and support. And our members, because, okay, you guys, we're celebrating 90 years this year. Right. We've been around since like 90.
I feel so young.
I know. And I look young, because 90 years.
You are.
So we opened up in 1936. And so we have been around, and when you think about our field of membership, they're aging with us and bringing in, generations
Families,
that follow. Right. So we have to take care of our kupuna. We have to really be mindful of, that fraud, right? And elder abuse. And like, if somebody comes regularly and then all of a sudden they want to take out this huge chunk of money, we have to say, wait, uncle, why are you doing this? And we have to keep them safe.
Yeah.
And
But
we
I think
stopped it.
Yeah, I just want to say that besides the fact that you have this aging population, that kapuna that you're focusing on, in creating that focus, you are preparing the next generations for when they reach that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you should change your acronym. Instead of Hawaii State Federal Credit Union, it should be Hawaii State Federal Caring Union, because you guys care so much. And I'm not just saying this. I've experienced so many incidences, over the years. So that's why I was so excited to have you on the show, because I think people need to understand that some banks are like, oh, we care about you, but they don't. And I'm not going to bad talk anyone. I mean, but ever since it being introduced to Hawaii State Federal Credit Union, it's like every person I've met literally takes a moment to say, how are you? How are you doing? Are you okay? And it shows in everything you're doing. I have never heard of any institution, financial institution, putting together a podcast to connect communities. So congratulations.
Thank you. We're trying, and we're such a baby department. We're only about 2.5 years old, but we just came out the gates, if we're going to do this, we're going to go for it, and we're going to try things. And I wanted to go ahead, Lonnie.
It's staying relevant, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And when we take a deeper dive into kupuna, or our seniors, this is one thing that we started last year, and so some things we cannot do all by ourselves. We got to leverage partnerships and such. So we partnered with Goodwill, and you won't believe, but we are doing taxes for kupuna, or seniors. So it's called VITA, or Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. And, it doesn't sound that exciting, but we make it so exciting. So we're going to be, I know, right, Savy? So we're starting up again our second year next week in February through April. And we partnered with Goodwill because we have to become certified to do basic taxes. And this is an amazing story of how the impact has occurred last year, and I'm sure it will this year. So impact through a partnership, supporting Goodwill, making the model of how other businesses can partner and support their work, because they help many, many people do their taxes for free. So one layer is partnering with Goodwill. Then is recruiting our employees and doing a big sell that taxes are really fun. And so they're like, really, Bunny? And I'm like, oh, we're going to have such a blast. Okay. Then sold them on it. And then it's, okay, what happens after that? The fruit is the stories that we come to know of people that are now going, wow, thank you so much. They could walk in basic taxes and walk out with that $200 food credit that they never thought that they would get. But it's all about helping them become, get their taxes done and open up to things like SNAP benefits and other programs that the community offers, because when you get your taxes done, it'll open your world up. So we're excited about taxes.
And that's what Hawaii's always been about, though, right? Hawaii's always been about that. We're about community. We're about supporting one another. We're about helping each other. And I love that you're putting that into, they're really, really, they are so lucky to have you, because your heart is so wonderful. And, you get out there and you do these wonderful things with the community. And we're just honored to have been part of your podcast as well. And, you guys are going to be at our expo. If Kathy's there, trust me, go up and say hi to her, you guys. And if Bunny's there, give her a big hug. And they always have the best things that they're handing out. They always have the best gifts. So go by and say hello, and that'll be great. And but yeah, anything else you want to share? We're running a little short on time, so I know we could all talk for hours, right? That's how we got here. But anything else you want to share that we
Thank
missed?
you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for doing the good work that you folks do.
Oh, same to you, and just love you, and thank you so much for sharing and everything that you're doing for our community of Kupuna and for caregivers. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Savvy.
All
Thank
right.
you, Lonnie.
Thanks,
Aloha.
Lonnie. I look forward to seeing you.
Yes, aloha.
Aloha.
Wow, this is great. I just love what they're doing. I mean, honestly, mahalo for your heart and for all that you do, Bunny. Thank you. Okay, let's get moving now. Oh, quick announcement. The Give Me a Break, Give Me a Break. We are planning to do our free workshops, and this is the Care Receiving Plan workshops. So they're going to be coming up throughout April and actually April and May, and it's going to be an 8-part workshop. So you got to get on the waiting list because we have a lot of people that want to get on this list. And here's the information there. Just go to our website, gab808.org/CRP for Care Receiving Plan, and get on that wait list because these workshops are life-changing, and I'll be talking more about it throughout the month. So just keep tuning in, and by the end of February, you'll know all about it. So with that, I think that's one announcement. Lonnie, don't we have a... You've been really busy.
I have
Isn't there another little announcement that we have?
So just a few days ago, I launched my second book, Beyond the Horizon, A Guide for Life's Journey.
Woo-hoo! Here, there it is right there. Look at that. I'm big on the screen. I got it for you.
And I just want a little synopsis about what the book is about. It was written as a companion for anyone who is ready to remember that there is still more for you, more joy, more breath, more life, more self. There is a horizon with your name on it. Inside these pages are grounding practices, emotional truths, and gentle reminders that your well-being matters. You do not need hours. You only need moments and intention. If you want a book that meets you where you are, this one does. Caregiving changes you. It stretches you, challenges you, shapes you. But somewhere in the routine and the responsibility, pieces of you can go quiet. Beyond the Horizon helps you hear yourself again.
I love it. And it's so perfectly timed. I'm serious. This is exactly what we were talking about in our session about finding yourself again and coming back to you. And it couldn't be more perfect because we always talk about caregivers doing things in moments. Well, here's one right here. And it's available on Amazon, correct?
Yes.
Right. So that's there, and we can get you the link.
The link, you can actually go to my Alakati website, alakatiassociates.com, and look for books, and the link is right there. It will take you to order it on Amazon. It's also available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. But I do recommend getting the paperback version because it's meant to be used like a journal. You'll read a section and have some reflection questions. And then there's blank pages for you to actually write or draw or doodle. But definitely recommend you getting the paperback version.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. And I don't mean that in any condescending way. This is my sister from another mister. And just, the growth. And the thing is if you put your passion in front of you, and if you put your heart to helping others in front of you, the things you can achieve are limitless. And caregivers, please hear that, because your caregiving is a journey. It's not your life sentence. It's not the end all, and you will survive it. And then you can go on to do such great things. Your book, Lonnie, is going to touch so many people and help so many people for the positive. And I'm just so proud of that for you. So congratulations.
Yeah, I think there's a quote at the end of the book that I want to share, or two quotes actually. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. And it is good to have an end to journey towards, but it is the journey that matters in the end.
It really is. I agree with that. But Congratulations.
Thank you.
And like I said, you guys, this season is packed, packed full of amazing, amazing resources, even within our own community and communities everywhere around the world. And so, you know, I'm just really excited to see how we're going to be moving forward now with Give Me a Break and Giver's Guides and Caring Caregiver Show all under one umbrella. This is so wonderful.
Yeah, and I just want to say that your story matters. Everyone's voice matters. And so if you have a story you want to share or a resource that you want to connect us with, please don't hesitate to do that. Just go to our website, gab.org, send us an email at info, and share your story or connect us with a resource.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, it's really an honor to do that. And that's what we're here for. So also, you know, caregivers, you can easily go on to our website too and fill out a caregiver support request. And we will do what we can to help fulfill that for you in any way that we can, providing you with a resource that you need. So quick reminder, by the way, as we're going on, oh, I didn't put that here. Okay, well, maybe I can do that really quick. Today, I will be, there it is. Look at that. Look how fast I did that. I'm impressing myself. So today is our Strollin' with Savy Day. And so it's Sunset Strollin'. And that will be at Coolio Beach Park for those of you here, especially on the east side. Come on down at 5:30. We're going to stroll along the beach. We're going to do a little bit of grounding, some meditation, and just take a stroll. It only takes about half an hour, 40 minutes of your time. And if you want to, bring your carry with you. By all means, getting out and getting into nature is what it's all about. And that is today at sunset. Ooh, so we hope you join us. And really, that's our first episode of this season. It's just going to get better. And I'd really like to thank my co-host, Lonnie. Thank you and congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
Mahalo to Brittany. I knew I'd do that. Bianca, I'm so sorry. Mahalo to Bianca for bringing us joy and laughter. And you can check her out on her YouTube. Again, just remember youtube.com/Bianca Spears is all you need. And especially to Bunny, thank you for coming on and for sharing what the Hawaii State Federal Credit Union is doing for our community, for our kupuna, and for caregivers. And we're so impressed with that. And you can check out the Voices of Change on youtube.com/Hawaii State FCU. That's what we do right here at the Caregiver Show. It's all about connecting you to resources and community with, of course, wellness and survival as our goal. So you don't want to miss a single show. And put it on a calendar reminder on your phones right now to be here live every Wednesday at 12 noon Hawaii Standard Time. Now, don't worry if you miss it, because it will go into, of course, it lives for a while on all of social media. We are on 7 different platforms, but a week from now, you'll be able to hear it in podcasts, so you can put it in your ear and listen to the show as well. This particular one, people may wonder why you're laughing and walking with an earbud on, but I hope that brings a smile to someone near you as well. The bottom line is, caregivers, stay connected. Stay connected. Yeah. Anything else, Lonnie, that you want to share with our caregivers before we close out today?
No, I just think, you know, the laughter and the connectedness, like we said, it's going to add life to your years and years to your life.
Yes. Let's make 2026 a year filled with joy and kindness, everyone. If you can choose anything, choose kindness. So in the meantime, remember to breathe. And here's hoping that you're finding more joy in caregiving every week right here on the Caring Caregiver Show. Thanks for tuning in, and please always be kind to yourself and especially to those who are caring. Aloha. Thank you, Lonnie.
Aloha. Thank you.